started. It's your boy, Fame. Uh, hold on. It's your boy, Famous underscore V Money, playing 2K20. Let's get this started.
In the playoffs.
I think they can, Greg, but one thing's for sure, they're about to find out that regular season pressure is no match for the playoff pressure.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Beasley is out there with Murray, and it's Porter at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wing.
Hold on. Damn. Come on. What the fuck? Come on. Let me see the screen. Good. Okay.
And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
Pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. The pride is involved. It's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in LA and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Murray right side. Jokic kicks to Porter. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Jokic missing. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They beat the Nuggets during their last encounter in Denver.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Well, that's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, when their reserves are operating at a high level, so tough to beat.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Murray. Here's Millsap. Another shot. And the layup is good.
And they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Covered by Beasley. To the inside. And LeBron with the basket. The assist by Caldwell Pope.
And James is used to scoring through contact. Doesn't matter what the D throws at him.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch.
Oh, my God.
That is his first foul of the game.
In a fucking game.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Now here's Beasley after the miss from Mr. Clutch. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Loads it up for Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. To the middle, here's Jokic. And Davis pulls it down.
It's a very aggressive defense to prevent the easy layup.
Caldwell Pope with it, now guarded by Porter. Caldwell Pope passes to Mr. Clutch. To the paint, it's tipped. Millsap with the steal. Here's Porter, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
No good from Mr. Clutch.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Count that one.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every to make the most of his ability.
Substitution here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Danny Green. Mr. Clutch, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Cook out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Cousins in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Rockets played very well. He had 13 points, and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. And it was important for them to break that losing streak. He was a big reason why they were able to do it. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
Yeah, and hopefully he doesn't overthink it. He just needs to go out there and play his game.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Murray. And that one drops for him. And that's now 6 points for LeBron.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Murray. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Porter's got 6.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
James, the pass to Mr. Clutch. Fires from 18. A second chance effort. Davis. And there it is for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Beasley outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a dart. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just on pound in that center position.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Cousins. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Cook. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Kuzma. Now Caldwell Pope. A minute 50 left to play here in the half. 6 to shoot.
Shoot, motherfucker.
Davis against Jokic. Davis with the bucket. Still, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's LeBron. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
As well as he's careful.
Seconds left in the first half. Here's Rondo. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, up 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it?
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Beasley is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter. And at the three, the small forward. Caldwell Pope passes to Mr. Clutch. Inside, here's Davis, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. It's Beasley on the wing. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Davis. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 3. Some people have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
Oh, I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it like Anthony Davis, who it just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Murray up on top. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Porter can't get that one to fall.
He has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out. A perfect position to grab the rebound. Gets underneath, boxes out, and pulls it down.
And that one is good by Beasley. Los Angeles calls timeout. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. DeMarcus. With some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. Murray comes in for Avery Bradley. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Rajon Rondo. And Denver with a change here too. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic.
Have to respect the range of Murray. He just nails shots from this distance.
Down low, stolen by Grant. Green against Murray. And again, it's Denver.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
To the wing right side. Murray kicks to McGee.
Shoot the
From
fuck.
deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the... Mike Malone moments ago with some words for his players.
Stops and run. Stops and run. Sense of urgency.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. DeMarcus Cousins out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Green. Then there's Murray. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the one. That's the Laker 5. Morris looking over the floor. Here's the floater. He lays it in. Morris has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Denver. To the paint. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Well, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
McGee on the double team. Three-pointer. Barton. Another three for Denver.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
And he comes through at the perfect moment. I know who they'll look to if they need another big three against him.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Murray. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap's checked in for Grant. Porter comes in for Barton. And it's Malik Beasley in for Monte Morris. Outside for Murray. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Cousins. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. That free throw good from Cousins.
Well, the suitors didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another one-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise-caliber player.
Millsap. That one misses. Kuzma with the defensive effort. LeBron against Porter. James in the post. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Well, money well spent. I mean, for his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything possible to extend his prime.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
And so here's Denver. Millsap has the open look. And another miss by Denver. Kuzma inside. Millsap covering.
Wow, you see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Murray left side. Beasley right side. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
LeBron James on the wing. Jokic defending. James dishes to Cousins. Just 5 on the clock.
Oh, shoot.
The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player, I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team.
Timeout.
He challenged his players to try to take control here. He said, this is when we want to be efficient. This is when we absolutely have to execute. Let's see if they can get it done, Kevin.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're in front by 9. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Murray. And the layup's good off the glass.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. LeBron passes to Mr. Clutch. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Mr. Clutch. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Millsap. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Millsap going for the W. He's looking focused.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And the shot goes in.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
It's Beasley on the wing. From the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes to Mr. Clutch. Kuzma left side. Caldwell Pope against Porter. Shoots a fader. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And it's a 9-point Laker lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for. And when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Let's go,
And
guys.
perimeter scoring,
Let's
I
go.
have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make it.
And so the Lakers take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that about wraps it up.
I'll be streaming on Fortnite in a few minutes. Not a few minutes. Soon.
All right. You guys ready to get down to business? We got a new contract to hash out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Pleasure doing business with you, Don.
Levi,
Fuck
the
what the
pleasure's all
fuck
mine.
I was doing.
Excited to stay in the
I
Che
just pressing any
business.
buttons.